I can hear her heartbeat from 1,000 miles.
Excellent. Welcome. Day 4 in Calhoun, Georgia. We're actually at a undisclosed location. We're not actually allowed to say where we're at, but it's a nice place. Am I allowed to say that? It's a nice place. Basically, the Veterans of Foreign Wars office actually located another place where we could stay, and it's almost like a gymnasium where they're housing us here, and it's open floor space with cots. It's beautiful. It really is, and all the people here have been really nice. And I think just go through some of the highlights of today. We're walking up. Today was a shorter march, and we were walking through and coming up into Calhoun, and there was a car that drove by, and they're like, "Good luck in Chicago," and we're just like in awe, because it was right when we first started this morning. It was just like, how do they know? How do they know like that's what we're doing? And it's, is the town that small, or have they heard, or what is it? And it kind of put a pep in our step this morning. It really did, even with our heavy bags. Really, carrying the bags, I think, has been the hardest thing this whole march. It's harder to do outreach when you're clunking around a 45-pound bag, and it's, you want to be there, you want to be present, and we do our best, we really do. It's just sometimes the bag is a limiting factor, it really is. So we want to reach out to the community and say, you know what, if we're in your area, the most help you can do is just be meeting up with us in the morning and driving up 15 miles, and driving our bags up 15 miles. It's only 5 marchers, so it's really easy, a carload. We posted on our website and our Facebook profile pictures of all of us, all the marchers, and we also posted up open positions. We are selective and we are inclusive yet selective in who we're looking to march here. And there's several positions that have opened up, including photographer, web designer, medic, cook, chef. It's like public relations people. It's kind of like, we're looking for the best of the best. We're looking for people that are committed to saying, you know what, we're going to put our ideas and motives aside for the benefit of this group, and I think it's a great permaculture idea that we've instilled into this smaller group. We want to expand and have more reach, and that can only happen when we have more people. But we also want to make sure that the people join are going to be stout and strong, and mature. And the idea is to be mature in all our affairs. That means being responsible and accountable for the things that happen to us. We hope that that's what we're shaping here, and I want to bounce on to the next subject here, talking about Peter. Peter is probably is our youngest marcher. He's 23 years old, and he admitted himself that he has some social cues which he's learning, and he's using the group as sort of like the proving grounds for him socially, learning the social dynamics and how to behave and react in a social environment. And I look at it like it's an opportunity for us, the other 4 marchers, to instill that in him, but it's also on him to actually step forth and to fill in those shoes, and it's kind of cool how we get to nurture and mold him, into a selfless person, to a person that is realizing his dreams. And it's like we all get to pour a little bit into him, and it's like we're learning along the way as well. I believe I'm learning a lot from everybody, and I think it's that's what I'm really grateful for, is the fact that everyone that is on this march really provides a lesson to be learned. And I think it's a fertile environment for us to teach and grow and learn from each other as well. Maybe how strong we are as marchers will reflect in how strong we arrive in Chicago. That's what we're hoping, at least. And we got to continue to nurture each other. And I think that's the key thing that I've been hearing all day, is just nurture. It's like they always have that fight between nature versus nurture, but I'm like, that's how strong nurture is, the fact that it's up against nature. When people make comparisons, it's up against nature. So I want to instill that in that group. The group is that, it nurtures each other to become better individuals, And I look at it like we're training right now, we're sharpening our swords, and how we discuss our dialogue and the things that we talk about, and the people that we've met, the stories that we've heard. It's all been practiced for something, and it keeps rolling. I think yesterday was enough, but then I go out today, and today is even more overwhelming. I can't even imagine what the next week holds, let alone when we arrive in Chicago. I think that's what keeps me going personally, is the fact that keeps getting better every day. I mean, we left November 9th in New York, and it's gotten better every day to February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Yeah, we love you all, and you know, and it's like, it keeps rolling, and it's getting better and better and better, and it's just like, I like that, you know, I really do. You know, people have been, when we were coming here tonight, coming into Calhoun, we had a car pull up while we were talking to another man. This man was about 50, he was born in 1954, I think. We were just talking with him, and he was voicing his concerns, he was asking what we were doing. He saw us a couple miles back. While we were having this conversation, the sun was already down by then, you know, but there was a sidewalk, and another car pulls in, a wife and a husband, and they just go, "Where are you guys going?" "Oh, you're staying in Calhoun? Really? Can we put you up?" You know, and it was like, wow. These people just asked if they could house all 5 of us. You know, we're dirty, we're smelly. Well, not that smelly. You know, we've just marched some odd miles, and it's like they're willing to house us without even knowing who we are. You know, and it's like, you know, this movement, this Occupy movement is getting big. You know, it really is. Like, people are gonna downplay how big it's gotten, but it's huge, and it's rolling downhill right now. You know, and you know. I don't know. I'm speechless by it all, really. I'm happy. I'm grateful that I get to be a part of this. At the same time, I want more people involved, you know? And I think this is going to be a short video log. I still have to post the video log from last night. I don't really have Wi-Fi right now. So once I do, you'll get today's and last night's. You'll get it all. I just want to end with, you know, being honest. You know, I think honesty is the most important thing, you know? And it's like to tell the truth. And we were having a conversation with our host this evening, who I can't really disclose, and he was talking about how he has 2 daughters, and he's an older guy, and you know, he's military background, and it's talking about being honest, you know, and sometimes being brutally honest, you know, because he doesn't want to, for his daughters to come into a world where it's not real. You know, he doesn't want this fairy tale. He wants them to see how it really is. And he kind of went from there to how in this, you know, with my parents and his parents, he was talking about how, you know, back then they actually had an American dream that was achievable, you know, and they perpetuate that even now. But he was saying, you know, that we got to be brutally honest, and brutally honest, it's not like that anymore. You know, the chips are stacked against us. You know, and we're in a place where now the game isn't fair, you know, and it hasn't been fair for some people for a longer time than now, but now for the majority, for the 99% here, it's not fair, and you know, we have to be brutally honest and say, you know what, it's not like the movie that you see at the movie theater, it's not like the story that you read, it's not like the TV show that you watch, you know, it's changed. You know, and it's on us. I mean, he was pushing us hard. I was pumped up after the conversation with him. You know, he went home afterwards, but he was pushing that onto us, that like we have to be brutally honest that it's not how it was. You know, so you know, I just want to end with that. You know, just think about that. You know, if it's not how it is anymore, if we need to start being honest with ourselves, where do we start? You know, do we start with our children? Do we start with our parents? Do we start with ourselves? And I think it's a combination of all of that, you know. Maybe we just need to start. You know, let's just do it. You know, I'm committed. Are you committed? Let's do it. Let's just do it. Let's just be honest. You know, let's be honest with ourselves. Let's be honest with each other. You know, it's how we grow. Anyways, I'm committed. I'm committed. You're committed. Let's do this. Let's change the world. Enjoy your evening. I'm going to bed.
Love, crazy love. Yeah, I need her in the daytime. Yeah, I need her